Savory, tight end, and part of that state championship Eaglet football club. Coached by Jermaine Gonzalez, who's in the house as the athletic director tonight. Near steal, Sherrod Barnes, and he couldn't hold on to that far sideline, but he's being pesty already.
Yeah, that's what Sherrod Barnes does. He's got those quick hands. He gets in lanes, and he is fast when he has the ball. His game evolution has come on the offensive end where he can score with the best of them now.
Aiden Hanks checks in, the senior at 6'3", 180. Quincy Wright will get a blow. Eaglets in man-to-man defense, leading by 3. This is Armani Portis headed to Central State. He'll be a Marauder. Off with a shot, on the run, Sherrod. Kemp, corner, Trey, 3, got it.
Yeah, Trey just so smooth. He's got that much space in the corner. That's going to go down at least 70% of the time.
And again, an extra pass for the Eaglets. Something they have not been doing this year. Eaglets are without a man tonight too, and it's a big one. Isaiah Hines is out for the 3rd straight game with a foot. Left hand hook, Scott, no. Big boy rebound, Savory. Eaglets with numbers, 5-on-3. Jaden to the corner, and Kemp couldn't find it. He does find Holder. Throw ahead, shot up and good. That's Jason Harris, the Oak Park transfer, and the senior making a splash to cut the lead in half.
Yeah, no fear at all, taking it right at Sherrod Barnes.
Kemp, rainbow 3, corner, splash city. Peyton Kemp, active early in this game, missed a year, and that rust starting to fall off in front of our very eyes.
Yeah, we talked about St. Mary's kind of missing that facilitator. Maybe they found him in Kemp.
Yep. Amani Portis showing his skills with a fresh floater in this action-packed offensive start here in Orchard Lake. Halfway through it in the first. Lob down low, Trey with a pass to Savory. Open Barnes. Back no, Peyton Kemp attacks. Trey Fader, free throw line, no. Savory, big boy, rebound, stick back, they'll wave it off. It was on the floor, but the Eaglets offensively getting all over the glass.
Yeah, you could tell they're free-flowing right now, too, on the offensive end, getting good looks, and when they don't, you got Jaden Savory down there cleaning it up. Just one big paw sticks it out there and grabs the ball.
Alex Sabaugh checks in, the junior at 6'4". Meanwhile, Savory gets a blow, and Quincy Wright returns for the Eaglets. Lob into Wright. Sherrod shows, goes, and the Euro step finish is fresh, and the pigtails are popping early in Orchard Lake.
Yeah, that's something he's worked on, being able to finish around the rim. You see that English he puts on it to get it in.
4 of the 5 on the floor. In fact, all starters have scored. Talk about a diversity in scoring. Portis over Trey, it was blocked. And out of bounds, baseline left. Spencer Scott tried to save it, but that's back to the Eaglets.
Yeah, for De La Salle, it's tough. They don't have, Phoenix Glasner. He's their prolific scorer. He's the guy that could break down a defense. A two-way player, great football player, too.
A dream start for Todd Covert and the Eaglets. All 5 starters have scored, and nobody has scored more than once. But Trey trying to finish it here. Foul going up is on Sabaugh. Trey will go line right and shoot 2 to try to push this to a 9-point advantage. The birthday boy, Luke Crichton, will check in. Luke, 18 years young today.
Congratulations, 18.
Yeah. He's up to 6'5" now, they tell me, from 6'2" a year ago. The Indiana baseball commit.
And as we know, the Crichtons can shoot from the outside. Specialties.
They can. Crichton missed all of last year, sat out, focused on baseball, and decided to come back this year. And he's looking to carve out a nice role for himself. This is a team that can use a guy that can do the kinds of things that Crichton can do. Peyton Kemp with a strong first 7 minutes in this quarter gets a much-deserved break.
Yeah, what I liked about his first run is he was able to keep the dribble alive along the baseline a couple times, just moving the offense, especially when you're going up against the zone, to get them to turn around and shift side to side. Makes the defensive end a little bit tougher.
They talk about the savviness and the smarts of Peyton Kemp. Holder across the timeline, starts, stops, attacks, and the kiss over Quincy Wright is down. Holder with 4 of the 8 points for the Pilots. It's a 7-point lead.
As George Blaha would say, off the high glass and it goes.
I wanted to so bad, every time. There's a strip and a rip by Portis. Sabaw back to Portis. He says, you started it, you finish it. Portis against Crichton, stolen by Trey. Showtime coming up. Or not. Trey will lay it in. The mature approach. I like it.
It counts for 2 either way, right?
It does. He has 7 and 5 straight for St. Mary's, who has their largest lead of 9 with 2:20 left in the first.
And say what you want about Trey McKinney's game. He's not really an above-the-rim player, you know? So
right.
When he gets in those situations, it's almost smarter just to not waste the energy trying to do that.
That's right. Holder with 4. Dribble drive. He's been the creator, especially with no Phoenix Glassner, the Toledo commit. That's long from Braden. Throw ahead, Luke Crichton. Finds Quincy, 15-footer, no. Rebound ripped off by Delos Russell, who's checked in. Jason Harris fouled on the baseline.
Yeah, Crichton just trying to stay in front of his, on the defense, just not quick enough to hang with the young man. Jason Harris.
Yep. Portis against Trey in man-to-man. Lanky guard, a veteran, been on varsity since his sophomore year. Jason Harris with a triple from Kego. And this is a 6-point game.
Yeah, Sherrod Barnes went way under the screen that time, got caught, and Harris made him pay for it.
Sherrod shares the sugar to Aiden Hanks somehow. How about it? 6 Eaglets have scored in this game already.
Yeah, and 6 assists as well. That's the important thing in this first quarter for the Eaglets.
You bet. Matthew Hopkins is in the house. Portis misses the 3. Quincy Wright on the push at 6'8". He hit a slick spot. Todd Covert calls timeout, and he got it. We'll take it with him. 48 seconds left. We're back in 30 to Orchard Lake. Happy holidays, everybody.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
The Eaglets 2-2 on the year, 1-1. 882 is the enrollment, co-divisional. And of course, out of the Central Division, 5 state titles. Their last season. It was a 24-year gap. And after being runners-up in '94, they won it all in 2000 under George Porritt, and Todd Covert brought it back home to Orchard Lake last season. Who could forget Kalen Lucas, the former Eaglet and the #1 scorer in the all-time scoring list with 1,688. Trey McKinney came into tonight 50 points shy of that record. My math would say 43 more points, and you'll have a new scoring record leader in Orchard Lake.
And you know, it's not entirely impossible for it to happen tonight. We've seen Trey McKinney go on those types of scoring runs.
What do you remember about Kalen Lucas?
Speed.
Yeah.
Nothing but speed. I mean, foot to gas at all times. Just able to one-man press breaker, under control. Bad memory of Kalen Lucas, though. That happened, you know, in the Breslin. going up against, I believe, Jonathan Jones, who ended up going to Oakland University.
Yep.
Just like we discussed earlier with Trey not going for the dunk. Kalen went for a wide open dunk, missed it, momentum shifted, Okemos took the state championship.
Forgot that one.
Yeah.
Good call.
But that's seriously, when I was talking about Trey not expending that energy to do that, you don't need to do it. There's no point to do it, especially if that's not your game. Now, if you're Jason Richardson from back in the day and what you do is grab dollar bills off the top of a backboard, sure, throw down windmills all day long.
Oh, fair, man. Very fair. Harris against Crichton. Holder against Crichton. And De La Salle wants the final shot.
Everyone against Crichton. They just keep switching him.
Just put Luke Crichton out there. He's going to play defense. Axel Newell has checked in, the state champion in football at the quarterback spot.
Threw one of the niftiest touchdowns you're going to see on a seam route on 4th down, 4th and 19 or something like that.
That was a dime, wasn't it?
Game-changing as well.
Yep. Great career. 6 seconds left. De La Salle to trigger, and Jason threw it to Luke, who stole it. They got a hustle. 3 seconds left. Newell at the horn. Got it off the rim, stick back, and a foul. Quincy Wright went down hard on the stick back from Newell's miss. And I believe he'll go line right, but he is in some pain. And Kelly Garbig's going to hustle out to the court and take a look.
Yeah, he came down on that hip. And when you can jump that high and you come down that hard, it's going to hurt.
Quincy's still on the floor. The foul is going to go against Scott. And so it was at the buzzer. So there should be no time left, and there will be 2 free throws when play resumes. Todd Covert went over, took a look. And let's take another look at that fall. Quincy to his feet now.
Yeah, just going up for the rebound, gets undercut. And, oh, man, you didn't see him come down, but you could see him falling on the left side of your screen.
Yeah.
He's up now. Just be a nice little deep bruise. Raspberry.
Yeah. He'll shake it off. Quincy Wright's had a superb start to his sophomore year. Did not get a lot of minutes last year, of course, with a congested roster, but not only being called on to play, but to start, especially with Savory missing the first few games. He's been a big part of what St. Mary's has done so far. He showed some nice flashes against the Villages in the game we called.
Yeah, he showed some good recovery speed, help side defense. You know, he's a long, lanky guy, can block some shots. Got a bright future here at OLSM.
So Axel Newell, line right, will shoot with 1 second left, and it rims out. Newell, of course, missed the first couple games as well. They played football for the state title game the night before the opener for the Eaglets. Newell splashes on the second attempt. 9-point lead for Orchard Lake, and that's all for De La Salle in the first. 20-11 as we head to the second from historic Dombrowski Fieldhouse. Back after this.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess. I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Or De La Salle, 2-6 on the year, 0-2 in league play. Division I, 1,000 students, all boys, and won a state title not too long ago. In the near recent future or recent times, 2022 under John Jokai. And of course, who could forget Mike Poplawski, a pilot that did great things at Michigan State and in the NBA and beyond. Big Mike, one of the best at De La Salle. Stick, first quarter, your thoughts?
Yeah, if you're looking at the stat sheet, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, the biggest difference, assists 6-1 for St. Mary's, and then rebounding as well, 9-2. Those are two big categories that St. Mary's is dominating, and that's what gets you a 9-point lead, 7-point lead as the shot goes through.
Count it. That's number 0. That's Jason Harris. He has 7 points.
Looks like they're extending the zone a little bit. Starting to pressure St. Mary's. Switch back to man.
Little mix-up. We know the main defense that was played here before was that trap at North Farmington. The 1-3-1. There's a near steal. On the deck, it's Sabaw and Sherrod Barnes. And uh-oh, there's some flare-ups there.
I mean, it's amazing what you can get away with when you're diving to grab for a jump ball. Sherrod Barnes, by all means, this is a foul. But, you know, when the ball's on the ground, they don't normally call that. They let some physicality get away. Sherrod goes in, grabs the ball, gets the jump ball, and the possession.
Sabaw getting scrappy with Sherrod. Love to see it. Trey to Kemp, steps into an 18-footer. No dice, but Savory's got his back and a reset.
Yeah, Savory's been very active on the boards tonight.
Has he ever? Hot knife through butter to the hole. Savory gets his second bucket.
Yeah, he's got 5 total rebounds.
And 5 total points. Good start for number 31.
Oh, you see Trey split the defenders, or the pick?
I missed it.
I have to get a look at that on replay.
Trey pushes, finds Savory to the rack. Oh, the share to the sugar. And assist number 8. Johnny Mack across the way loves it.
Gave him 5 on the way by. A little love for the crowd.
Yeah. Gotta have some fun. To the hole, count it, and the foul. Jason Harris, get out of here.
Yeah, Harris has shown he is up to the task. I mean, he is shooting it from outside, shooting it from inside. Nice little crossover take, under dip, off the glass. Pretty impressive.
It has been a dynamic start. Mateen Cleaves will check into the lineup for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Harris short with a free throw. Eaglets shooting 58% in the first. Hanks missed the bunny. Harris to the hole again. Not this time. Trey with a cleanup job. Push ahead. Peyton Kemp, 4-3. In and out. And nice save by Armani Portis.
And I'm beginning to love Harris's game. It doesn't matter if it's a big, if it's a guard, if it's Trey McKinney, he's going right at you.
Fearless. Portis to the corner. Pogiolo misses the shot. And here comes Peyton Kemp on the push. Mateen Cleaves to Kemp. And Kemp fouled going up.
Here, get a nice look at the speed of Kemp. He's played really under control when he's had that ball in his hands. And another guy that's under control we were talking about is Mateen Cleaves Jr. stepping in the game. He's only, what, a sophomore or a freshman?
He is a freshman.
Wow.
And a freshman that grew. He was 5'10" in April. He's now 6'3".
My goodness.
So he is he's sprouting up.
I did the same thing in high school, but that was over the entirety of 4 years. It did not happen over a summer.
Yeah, it's impressive.
And his game is said to be unflappable. Tough to speed him up. It's going to be fun to watch him.
Yes, he is. Coach is impressed with the way that the game is just not too fast for him, despite him being a freshman. His father, Mateen Cleave Sr., is in the stands in the first row tonight. To the line go the Pilots, thanks to this fouling of the jump shooter, never a popular in the poll.
Yeah, St. Mary's known for their man-to-man strong defense. Sometimes those active hands, you get reached in, and you see the new St. Mary's LED board in the background there on the screen.
Yeah, Robin Goddard hauled that thing in, and it's a nice piece, nice prize. Timeout on the floor. We're back to Orchard Lake right after this.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
There he is, Mateen Cleaves, former Michigan State Spartan, former Detroit Piston, and doing great things for United Wholesale Mortgage.
Great memories back in the day.
Yep, winner, leader, and look, when Tom Izzo names one of his children after you, it's pretty impressive.
I couldn't even get a dog from Tom Izzo.
Oh, man. His middle name, his son, Stephen Mateen. Splash City for Trey. 9-pointer. Tom Izzo didn't give you what? What did he give you?
Hey, what?
You said Tom Izzo. You were talking about Mateen Cleaves.
His dog after me.
He might. Stick's a good name for a dog and for a man. I like it. So is Clarence. So is Sam.
All of them.
All of them.
Solid names.
All are great names. This has been a good name here for De La Salle. Jason Harris. 12-point Eaglet lead. This is their largest. Portis in and out. No. Trey on the push. Mateen Cleaves, pass down low, Axel Newell, and a foul on the floor, but the passing is starting to get contagious around here.
Yeah, you just said exactly what I was going to say. The passing, it's almost to a fault now. They're like, this was a good pass, take that shot. Nope, I'm going to try to pass again, which is good. That's fine. Over the first 4 games, that's something that St. Mary's has been working on, and as you could tell, it is working as you get a nice pass there off the inbound.
Peyton Kemp with a fine finish on another great dial-up bob play by Todd Covert. Eaglets by 2 touchdowns in Orchard Lake. Holder is crushed, and he finished it anyway. He's having a hot first half. He'll go to the line and try to complete this 3-point play.
Yeah, De La Salle coming in a little bit undersized, but they are taking it to the rim. They are not afraid to go into the big man, especially this young man. He's gone to the ground a couple times. Holder is a strong, strong competitor.
His brother played here, had a fine career. I believe he's at Oakland Community College with the former De La Salle coach, John Jokai. Lyndon Holder. So he played in some backyard battles with him.
Full court press picking up for De La Salle.
Kick down low. Savory lost it, regathers, and he's fouled going up by Pogiolo on a fine feed from Cleaves.
During that press, Todd Covert was yelling at Axel Newell to come up to receive the ball, and he's just going out of his mind. But there you see Savory once again dominating down low, and that's one thing that St. Mary's was missing early in the season too.
Yep.
Savory's got those soft hands around the rim. You know, he started out, this is what he wanted to do, basketball. And then he stepped on a football field for all of 10 minutes, and they're like, hey, here's a D1 scholarship.
This is a little easier over here.
Yeah.
Want to say hello to Ed Rychek, class of 1957 at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. He's watching at home in Allen Park, a proud Eaglet. We appreciate everybody watching, including Ed. Ed's a legend on the Prep. He's one of our first followers and subscribers.
Gotta love the support from the day ones.
Yep. And his son, Rich Rychek, head of security at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. St. Mary's legend.
Absolutely love Mr. Rychek.
He's the best. Sherrod for three. That's flat. And over the back goes Savory. He got busted with it. And that'll be his second foul.
Yeah, Savory just a little bit of a push off on that box out. Trying to tip it to himself.
So Newell checks out. Luke Crichton checks in, the birthday boy. 3-ball, Splash City. Delos Russell, the 6'4" senior with a triple, and that gets it back to single digits for De La Salle.
And you love the confidence just coming in right off the bench, ready to take his shot.
And a forced turnover. Cleaves shuffled the shoes. Quincy Wright will check back in. That's a good sign for the Eaglets' health.
Yeah, we talked about Mateen Cleaves not getting sped up, but that's exactly what happened on that play. He had an option to pass the ball or drive. Kind of got caught in the middle and shuffled his shoes.
Rip, drive, floater, long. Tight defense by the Eaglets. Cleaves on the push. Back to Trey, 4-3, Splash City. Trey's got a dozen, and the Eaglets' lead is now a dozen as well with 2 to go.
Well, when you put 2 men on the ball trying to stop Mateen Cleaves Jr., you leave a guy trailing, and unfortunately that was Trey McKinney.
Steal, swipe, Harris to add to his half, no. Holder had it stolen away, 3-on-2 developing. Throw ahead Crichton, floater up for Trey. Eaglets back up with their largest lead of 14, and Trey has 14 points.
And the ball movement has been fantastic tonight for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, whether it's in a half-court set or on a fast break like that. 3 guys touched the ball on a fast break.
Yeah. Message received, huh? Harris kick, another 3 for Russell.
Look good from our angle.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch.
Yeah, just a little bit short.
Trey says, get out of my way. I want this guy. Double team coming.
Yeah, picking up his dribble there.
Sherrod Barnes with some sugar in the corner. Splash City. Eaglets with their largest lead of 17 with 60 seconds left. Harris with another nifty, nasty right hand left side. And Todd Covert looks to his bench and says, who's going to guard him?
That's literally what he was looking at the bench for. I think he was evaluating. Who can I put on this guy? Right now, no one.
Man. Good find. Crossover Cleaves, kick, top side, corner Crichton. Cross court to Cleaves. Hot potato passes all over the place.
Todd Covert saying hold for 1 shot.
Yeah, we'll see. Trey looks like he's hunting one. Here comes the double team. Trey splits it. Attacks, kicks, right. Fouled going up.
Yeah, if you force the issue like that, you come with the double team and you're able to split it, why not? You got an instant outnumber on the offensive end. A drop off to Quincy Wright, just unable to be quick enough to get it up and over the rim.
3rd foul for Jaden Pogiolo. As you get a look at the missing link tonight, that's Phoenix Glassner on the end of that bench, a missing part. The Toledo commit. He's serving a 1-game suspension. He had 2 technicals the other night at Dakota. And when you get 2 technicals, you get kicked out. And when you get kicked out of 1 game, you have to miss the next game.
Yeah, and I understand that rule because, you know, if not, there's no punishment to getting 2 techs right at the end of every game.
Yeah.
You could do that. Oh, well, on to the next one.
Yep.
So I get the rule, but unfortunately it robs us of being able to see Phoenix Glasner play basketball.
Corner three short, and that's how the half will end. The Eaglets up 16. It was as large as 17, and that's the first. We've got more coming up. Stick and I have highlights, stats, scores, and much, much more. Happy holidays from Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
We want to thank Jets Pizza for their patronage tonight. Go find them at Orchard Lake Road, Kego Harbor, 48320, right across the street. And delicious pizza. We've got pizza, we've got salad. Pat got his salad. Did the Hunt Man get his salad? Did you get snubbed with another? Oh, man, we got to get him. Anyway, we're grateful to Jets. The poor Hunt Man needs a salad, Austin. Find him at 248-682-3744. We are the Prep. Follow us, please, on social media. And we're all over. We've got them all covered. Right now, you're watching on our YouTube channel. And if you'd like to join our sponsorship team, come on board. Email us at info@theprepsports.com. If you'd like a broadcast, we're available, most likely. info@theprepsports.com. Get at us. We're back with more on the Preps coverage in just a moment. First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Well, the Eaglets put up 20 points in the first and in the second, led by Trey McKinney's 14 points, 8 points from Savory, 7 from Peyton Kemp. Meanwhile, 11 from Jason Harris for De La Salle, 7 for Braden Holder. And what stands out to you, partner?
Yeah, a couple things major stand out on here. We're talking about the assist ratio. For Orchard Lake St. Mary's, they have 11 assists. De La Salle only 2. And then you're talking about rebounds, 18 rebounds to 7. Jaden Savory himself has 4 offensive rebounds. Wow. Those have led to more points, obviously, and that's something you cannot do against a team like Orchard Lake St. Mary's. And you see De La Salle shooting 20% from three-point land, St. Mary's 44%. So all in all, you look at that, clearly see why it's a 16-point ball game. And for De La Salle, I don't know where you're going to find the firepower to come back from 16 points down against this Orchard Lake St. Mary's team.
It'll be a bit of a challenge. Certainly the encouraging number you spoke of, the 11 assists, something that's going to make Todd Covert and the Eaglets happy coming out of the locker room.
Well, that and 7 guys scoring as well.
Yep.
You know, that's something. When you have a bunch of talented guys, it's a lot harder to coach a bunch of number ones than a lot of people think, right? Yep. So you need those role players. You need the glue guys. They can't all be Kobe. But you know what? Sometimes you find that right mix. That's what Todd Covert's got to figure out this season. Some people are going to have to accept roles, which I don't see being a problem, especially when the W's start rolling in.
Back after this.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
St. Mary's by 16 at the break. Want to say hello to a third grader watching at home, a future Eaglet, class of 2034, future cheer captain, Peyton Castiglione. She's watching from home tonight, but she's rooting on her Eaglets. And what a beautiful thing. They've added girls to Orchard Lake St. Mary's, now co-divisional. And hopefully her mother will let her in, Candace. She's the director of admissions. Yes, Peyton loves St. Mary's, has great passion for it. She was born into it, and she's one of the legacy kids that really loves this school. And that's how you build tradition, right?
Yeah, and that was something when they added girls, a lot of the families were saying, they always said, well, I can send my boy here, but I'd really wish there was a place like St. Mary's to send my girls. Now they got an opportunity to do that.
They do, and Peyton's coming.
U of D. Anna.
What's that?
I'm trying to convince Anna.
Oh, yeah, she's got a little time, but Booker. How about U of D? They're the #1 team in the state. They're the #1 team in the Central Division in the Catholic League. 5-0, 2-0 in league play. Knocked off St. Mary's last Friday. And there you see Central Catholic of Toledo, Detroit Catholic Central, St. Mary's, Brother Rice. A lot of teams bunched up right now at 1-1. And, yeah, St. Francis right now leads Catholic Central 45-35. We just don't know which CC that is. And Grand Blanc beat Whitehall already 78-67. All right. Chad and Stick with you. Fader Portis and Quincy Wright fouled a jump shooter. And that won't sit well with film session tomorrow. Another look here. And the foul on the perimeter shot. Portis solid tonight. Playing off the ball. With just 2 points to show for it. And he misses the first. Detroit Catholic Central is the team trailing. There's 2 CCs now in the Central Division.
Sorry, I was trying to get some clarification for you. Sorry for missing that play, Chad.
No, that's all right, man.
Trey McKinney tears down the board off the missed free throw.
Yep. Quincy Wright laying good from Peyton Kemp. And the Eaglets pick up where they left off, sharing the sugar like it's hot coffee.
Well, and that is beautiful basketball. Nobody took a dribble on that possession, and you went full court and got a layup. That is exactly what you want.
Portis, no. Sherrod with a rebound. Eaglets have matched their largest lead. Kemp open for 3. Splash City. Oh, Peyton got his groove back tonight. And the Eaglets have their largest lead of 20. Kemp has 10.
Yeah, that's a great move, moving him into the starting lineup, even though it comes off some injury. But putting him in that spot, he's been able to knock down the corner 3, which is important to this offense, and that baseline dribble's been important.
If he could become that third guy to help the big 2 or even the big 3 in Savory, that's kind of the missing link for this Orchard Lake team. Short corner left shot, out, in, and down. Count it for Jaden Pogiolo, the 6'6 senior. He's got 3 points. Cross-court pass and a little too tall. Savory could have caught it if he was throwing it to himself, but not Kemp.
Nope. Got a little bit too much on that pass. But that's all right. It's okay. That's something that Todd Covert will take. Okay, you turned it over on a pass. We're good with that. It wasn't selfish basketball.
And of course, not a live ball turnover. That always helps. Around a screen, Trey bullies his way. Portis no good. It's been a rough night for him offensively. Trey's hunting a shot ahead. The future Wolverine will have to earn it at the stripe. Wanted the intentional to go with it. That might have been a little too greedy.
Yeah, you can ask for it, but I don't think the coach is going to give it, or the official's going to give it. Jason Harris able to get back in front of him, and that's what took it away. That foul comes from behind, potentially you could call that, but he was able to get in front of him.
Trey closing in on the school record for all-time points held by Kalen Lucas, the former Michigan State Spartan and former Big Ten Player of the Year as a sophomore. And Trey, with 14 points now, is, I screwed up my math, 36 points away from tying the record. Now, the Eaglets play tomorrow in Clarkston against Rockford. Rockford, a top 5 team, 10 team in the state, really good. But Trey's got the ability to knock this record out in 24 hours.
Yeah, and that would be huge for him to be up on that board for prolific scores here at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. It's a special group.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores.
That's Todd Covert. 123 wins in Orchard Lake in his 10-year career as the head coach. Learned under Coach Porritt, George Porritt, and was an assistant when the Eaglets won it in 2000. Todd, a fine varsity athlete himself. And basketball, golf, and baseball as well. I caught for him in baseball. He was a fireballer as a pitcher. And he has led this program back to the promised land, a state title a year ago. And look, this year is a new challenge for him. People say, oh, wow, he's got all the talent. But managing that talent sometimes it can be complex.
Yeah, well, like I said, you know, when you have a bunch of number ones, you're trying to convince one to be a 3 and another to be a 4. And, hey, this is for the betterment of the team. And sometimes it's tough to convince these young men. And, you know, every guy wants to be that guy. And when you have that skill level to do it, it's kind of frustrating.
Yep. Jason Harris shot up short. Holder with a big boy rebound and a reset.
I've been impressed with the guard play of De La Salle tonight.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Portis just can't buy a bucket. Tough luck miss there. But De La Salle will get it back. Speaking of the Pilots, they've had 4 games this year decided by 3 points or less. The Brother Rice loss, Centerline loss, and the Freeland loss, all within 3-point, 2-point, 1-point game. I mean, they've been right there when they've had Glassner playing and active.
Yeah, and all that shows me is they're going to be right there in the long run. Come that Catholic Central or Catholic League tournament, you know who's going to be right involved in it.
Yep. And talking to Daryl Rice, he says, look, the defense got to be better. The defense has to be better. We let up 86 points to Dakota. And, yeah, Phoenix missed a lot of that, but you can see him getting better with playing a tough schedule early on.
Yeah, and here you see a little moving screen for a turnover. But, yeah, tough schedule early on. You know, that's the Tom Izzo approach. He used to schedule North Carolina on a freighter, and we'll go play Duke in the sun or wherever the heck we got to go. We're going to play you. And then the next thing you know, these guys are in the Final Four perennially. So it's tough.
Even goes and finds climate changes in the game of basketball.
Right. We're going to play Penguins in Antarctica.
Bang for Trey from the corner. He's got 18 points and 3 triples in this game. The answer for 3 by Russell. Timeout D. Rice. We'll keep it right here with 5:06 to go in the third. And look, the offense in this game, I mean, we have seen shot-making ability all over the court. No Glassner, no Zip Hines, but we're still seeing offensive fireworks.
Yeah, Russell's knocked down a couple three-pointers. He had another one that was right on target that we saw that could have gone in too. So that young man, he's got a nice-looking shot.
Well, this is a series that's amongst its 61st meeting all time, and a series that started in 1947. St. Mary's leads the all-time series 31-29. It's a slim margin. De La Salle led for quite some time. The Eaglets have won 4 of the last 5 in the series, including a sweep last year, and 14 of the last 16 in the series. But De La Salle had their stretch of ownership as well. They won 15 straight in the series from 09 to 2014.
Yeah, when you usually look at a rivalry like that and it's 31-29, oh, it must be back and forth. Nope, this team went on a 15-game streak. This team got 14 out of 16.
Yeah. Streaky.
That's why you can't judge things in a vacuum, Chad.
Right? These teams didn't play for 32 years. From 1950 to 1982, they just didn't play. De La Salle was significantly larger than Orchard Lake St. Mary's. That's the main reason. Peyton Kemp dribbles and penetrates this 2-3 zone. Finds Savory, finds the hole, and finds a foul.
And does a little shoulder roll to let you know he's been hitting the gym. That balance that Savory has around the hoop is so impressive. Look at that. He gets hit in the back and hardly even bumps forward. Just a big, strong kid and a big smile to his teammate.
Joins his other two teammates in double figures. Savory now with 11. Eaglets by 22. This is their largest lead. St. Mary's trying to get back on the winning side. 2-2 on the year. Corner three, no. Trey with a rip down rebound. Trey with 7 boards to go with his 18 points. Floater left side, no. Peyton Kemp gets it back and couldn't get it to fall.
Peyton Kemp's lucky that ball was touched by De La Salle, because he would have been catching his own air ball.
Yeah, I was a little confused for a moment.
Yeah, luckily just right before he got his hands on it, the De La Salle player grabbed it, so he was able to touch it. But yeah, kind of just threw it up there. Here you're gonna get another look at this drive. Poke out foul from behind.
Holder high on the left. Attacks at it, swiped. Knocked away by Kemp, and he's on the run. Open Trey, 4-3. Short, Portis on the run. Harris with the ball. High hands, Kemp stole it. Feeds ahead Quincy, right Euro step, lay in, no. Got his own miss and scores it with a 6-8 smooth coast-to-coast finish.
Yeah, the Euro step is impressive. Also shows that that hip, I don't think, is bothering him right now, Chad.
Yep.
That's probably the most important part of that play.
Yep. So the good news for De La Salle, they won't have to wait long before getting Phoenix Glassner back. Holder with a fancy move. Iron unkind, and Quincy with a rebound. Sherrod down the avenue. Hot knife through butter and a finish. 26-point Eaglet lead with 3 minutes to go. Sherrod has 7.
Yeah, that was a 1-on-5 drive, and Sherrod Barnes took it straight to the De La Salle defense. Able to tuck the ball low, reverse it off the backboard. That was an impressive take.
Indeed.
Speaking of impressive takes, all night long, Jason Harris has been getting into the lane.
He has. Third foul for Savory. He'll have to check out. Aiden Hanks will check in along with Axel Newell, as the Eaglets will exchange bigs. Impressive showing tonight in Orchard Lake for Jason Harris, the Oak Park transfer at 5'9" and the senior. Toughest schedule in the state so far for De La Salle, according to Denaro Rice, their head coach. They've played Groves, Catholic Central, of Novi, Brother Rice, St. Mary's, all in the first 9 games. No cupcakes.
No, and you know, we talked about it, stacking your schedule early. If that's what you need to do to get your team ready. And that's once again, it's a wait and see thing, right? If it works out at the end of the season, it was the right move. If not, okay, maybe we reevaluate next year.
That's it. The Eaglets haven't exactly played patsies either. They've taken on UAD, the Villages, who play a national schedule, Toledo St. John's, and Avondale, with their wins coming against the latter. Portis to the hole, too strong. Newell couldn't save it. He's out of bounds, and the Pilots will keep it baseline right.
There you get a look at the quarterback for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Two-sport athlete.
Yeah,
good to see a lot of that happening.
It is more. It's becoming more of the trend.
Yeah, it went out for a long time, so now it's good to see those two-sport athletes. And, you know, you see it that like most elite quarterbacks in the league were baseball players. You know, did other things.
It's important for development. Fouled by Barnes. Barnes against Harris, and Harris has just been a headache. He'll go back to the line.
Harris is a bulldog. It does not matter. I mean, they've switched Savory on him. He's tried to take Savory down low. They switched Sherrod on him. He's tried to take Sherrod down low. And he's had success against pretty much everybody.
He's got a nice little crafty move around the rim.
Yeah, he's quick. He's low to the ground. It's tough to strip the ball from him.
Yep.
And he knocked down a 3, I believe, earlier. So, you know, he's got some range, too.
De La Salle's 2 wins have come against Saginaw Heritage and Ferndale. Hayden Hanks will check out. Luke Crichton returns. Free throw missed. Portis for 3, no good. And a foul over the back that's going to go on Sabaugh. That'll be his 3rd. Sherrod against full court pressure. Crichton, cross court, Newell, rip, drive, lay in, no. Stick back, Quincy, right, yes. Give Quincy 9 and give the Eaglets a 26-point lead.
Yeah, he does a great job of high pointing the ball when he rebounds it, and he keeps it high to get it back up over the rim. We've seen that twice in a row now for him. There's that man. 3 out of 4 tonight from behind the line, and just an absolutely beautiful shot.
Delos Russell. Russell, not Russell.
Sounds like he would have a beautiful shot, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. No good from the mid post for Barnes. Stick back, Q right, count it, and the foul. Oh, Quincy playing tough in the paint.
Yeah, the offensive rebounds have been absolutely killing De La Salle. I mean, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, they're tough enough when they miss shots, so you cannot give them second chances like that.
No, sir.
But it's tough to put a big body on Quincy. You know, once it comes together for him, you can tell he's going to figure it out, and he will be one of those above-the-rim players.
6'8", too, good length. A lot of composure. There's Phoenix Glassner again. He's out tonight. 2 technicals against Dakota. And you get kicked out of one game with 2 technicals, you have to sit out the next. But this is a fabulous multi-sport star for De La Salle in his senior year.
Yeah, we didn't see the technical, but we were told it was questionable, so much so that De La Salle appealed it. MHSAA held it up, though, so unfortunately he had to sit out this game. But, man, Phoenix has been fun to watch for a couple years.
Yes, he has.
Remember the first game we saw him at De La Salle. He was a freshman and came off the bench, and I think he had like 3 3-pointers in a row to get De La Salle, I think, in that game, and they won that game.
Yep, he did. 4-year varsity guy, wide receiver on the football team under Dan Roan, who, like Jermaine Gonzalez, is the head football coach and the athletic director. Dan's got some state titles to his credit. 5, I believe. There's a travel, Nets Cleaves. It's his 2nd of the night. Turnover.
Takes a look over at Pop sitting on the sideline.
He's got some experience. One good turn deserves another. Team Cleaves is having fun with Mr. Kelser.
Chirping the official.
Yeah. Everybody's having fun. Crichton against pressure and Holder. And the whistle and the foul and free throws coming for Luke Crichton, the birthday boy. His sister is the leading scorer on the Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets girls basketball team.
He's almost a spitting image of his brother, too.
Yep. Allie Crichton is her name. star sophomore. Going to Indiana for baseball. He's a star, multiple sports. You mentioned it, his brother at Clemson. Doing great things, a starter.
Oh, wow.
Jack Crichton, topside triple, back iron miss, no. And ball loose on the deck. Eaglets getting grimy, so are the Pilots. And the 50-50 ball squirts to the way of the red and white.
What a crazy possession. You had Quincy one-on-one with Harris at the top of the key, and he was able to stay in front of him and stop him. And then all of a sudden they get the steal, and all chaos breaks loose after that.
The bust out.
I'm sorry, he was on Holder.
Yep. Out of bounds, and it's going to stay with De La Salle. The Pilot bench wanted a foul, though. And now they get it. And that'll be on Trey.
And I'll send him to the free throw line. So, not a foul you want to give away here to De La Salle at the end of the third.
Yeah, and you don't want this guy to get going. He sees one fall through. Watch out. He's been haltered tonight. It's been a rough night for Armani Portis, the commit to Central State in Ohio.
Yeah, we know he can put up some points in a hurry, too, when he gets going.
Uh-huh. Quenches in the second. Peyton Kemp will check in for Luke Crichton.
Todd Covert elected to keep most of his starters on the floor.
We'll see how long that goes in the fourth. Eaglets play tomorrow against Rockford in the D-zone invite. Kick, corner, Cleaves for three. Splash City. Mateen Cleaves with a triple. His first points of the night. At the horn, Jason Harris, no. And the Eaglets with their largest lead after the Cleaves triple as we head to the fourth. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores.
That's Denaro Rice, the new bench boss at Warren De La Salle. He's the oldest of 8. And when you're the oldest of 8, man, you're battling. And this guy's been a good leader. Had a great career at Southfield Lathrop, played professionally, went to Arkansas Tech, and learned under the no-goes his last 3 years, the Negocians. A lot of credit he gave to Tom Negocian, Todd Negocian to get him ready for this. But this guy, a very good leader and a guy that, look, he's going to get this program right. A little down right now, but it's tough to stay competitive in this league. He's the right guy to do it.
Yeah, he is, and like I said, a lot of these tight games. So these teams are being coached up, and they're in every single game, and that's where the effort comes in, and that's where the coaching comes in. But you look at some of the stats throughout the first 3 quarters of this game: 31 rebounds to 13 for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, 13 assists to 2. 9 of those rebounds have come on the offensive end.
Big numbers. Trey McKinney with a lay-in. He has 20 points now. The Eaglets with a 28-point lead in the opening seconds of the fourth quarter. Short corner pass, no. Savory with a rebound. And he's now got 8 on the night. Topside 3 short. And here comes Portis and De La Salle looking to make a splash.
Yeah, everybody that has played for Orchard Lake St. Mary's has scored as well.
How about that? Peyton Kemp getting dirty on the deck and now trying to get crafty on the floor. Tie-up jump ball. It's going to stay the way the Pilots.
Yeah, here you see Peyton Kemp flying in, getting the ball just a little slick, unable to retain it. And then, as we talked about earlier, once it's on the floor, it's just a scrum.
Yep.
Don't worry about picking up a foul. I don't think I've ever seen one called.
Nope. Pogiolo forced the tie-up. Look at Jermaine Gonzalez doing the dirty work. Fresh off a state title as the head football coach and the athletic director. And he's down there next to the Schwarzenator.
Yeah, not many men make Schwartz look small.
Isn't that the truth? Right corner, or excuse me, right elbow jumper, no good. Trey McKinney just bullies his way to the basketball and rips it out. Sherrod. Step back, 17-footer, no. Crash of the glass, Savory, stick back, foul called. And when number 31 wants it, he's going to go get it.
Yeah, the combination of Savory and Wright today has just been way too much for De La Salle to handle. And honestly, it's going to be a lot for any team in the state to handle. You got two big fellas that are crafty around the rim, one the above the rim. This guy is more Tim Duncan-esque, if you want to describe his game. Just very fundamental, in the right place at the right time, tough to knock off balance, smooth.
Doesn't get sped up ever. I mean, he just seems to be so composed. Splashes on the second. Give him a dozen. 3 eaglets in double figures. 29-point lead.
Rod Barnes taking the challenge on defense.
Portis with a miss. The Michigan Wolverine commit, Trey McKinney. Back-to-back player of the year in the state of Michigan. Give them 22 points. And the Eaglets with a 31-point lead, their largest, with 6 to go.
Yeah, you love that recognition right there, seeing the smaller defender on you, using your body, knocking them off, getting some space, and then just knocking down that mid-range jumper. The lost art of the mid-range jumper.
Boy, has he brought it back to style.
Honestly, I hope to see it come back. You know, they keep talking about how the NBA ratings are declining and the interest in the game's kind of slipping a little bit. And to me, the main reason is because every game's kind of turned into what all-star games are. Just a bunch of dudes jagging up shots, not really playing defense, no mid-range game. If you see the spray charts from 10, 20 years ago to today, it's unbelievable that there's nothing in the mid-range. Rip Hamilton is rolling over, even though he's still alive.
Oh, man. Everything's cyclical, and I think it'll come back.
You just need one team to win based off defense.
Yep.
That's it.
Trendy. Trends are trends. And it's just a matter of time before they start to reverse. A cool 30-point lead for St. Mary's. Trey with a floater from 15. Why not? Wow. Give them 24. Eaglets have reached 70 with 5.5 to go. 3-ball. Splash City. Delos Russell with a rip. Give him a dozen.
Yeah, he's had a great night shooting the basketball. Like we talked about, just a beautiful shot.
Cleaves from that same comfy corner. Different result this time. Reach in Peyton Kemp. That's his first. And the team's second.
When Jason Harris decides he wants to take it to the rack, he's taking it to the rack. The only thing you can do is foul him, essentially. So fast, forces the contact there.
Bella Mateus Jr. will check in. The junior at 6 foot. Peyton Kemp will check out. Sherrod Barnes will check out. As Todd Covert begins to empty the bench a bit. Luke Crichton checks in. Portis against McKinney. Fade or no, Savory just checks out and grabs it. Cleaves. Floater in the paint, count it. Oh, Mateen. He's got 5.
Yeah, you love that take, too. Able to square his shoulders to the hoop. A lot of guys, when they're running across the lane like that, can't do it. But my goodness, Jason Harris. Slow down, young man.
16 for Jay Harris. My goodness. Foul on the floor.
Mateen Cleaves Jr. is showing he is tough with that basketball. Got it on a string. He's got that big body, that 6'3" frame that you said he kind of grew overnight.
Yeah, how about that growth spurt? Ooh, and that pass a little too tall from Trey to Bella.
And Matthias was cutting. Trey was thinking he was going to hang out at the three-point line. Got their wires crossed.
Uh-huh. Harris against Mateus. No, floater up for Cleaves on the run, and that is off of Cleaves and back the other way. Good defense by the young man, Pogiolo.
And good call by the official. I didn't think he had the angle to see that it went off Cleaves' leg. But he was right there, Johnny on the spot, and made the right call.
Yep. Holder against Crichton. Turns the corner, mid-post shot is blocked by Savory and out of bounds back to Orchard Lake. Or not. Official changing his direction, Zami.
Tough defense by Orchard Lake St. Mary's, just kind of smothering man-to-man defense. And there you see Jaden Savory, and of course Trey McKinney checking out of the ball game. Trey finished with 24 points.
Axel Newell with a steal, 3-on-1. Barnes around the screen from Cleaves that was moving, and wisely done. 9 points for Sherrod.
It was more like a lead block.
Yes, yes it was.
My goodness.
Harris again. Give him 18, it's a long deuce.
Harris came to play tonight.
Yeah, he did. Sherrod backcourt to save the day, and it's a 10-second call if it wasn't a travel.
Well, now you got to get a look at some of the young players for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. So far, Mateen Cleaves Jr. has kind of taken that role. He's been the guy of the young guys to get some action tonight.
Glimpse into the future, the sophomore, Peyton Kemp, the sophomore Quincy Wright, and the freshman Mateen Cleaves. Harris, and that's an offensive foul. And that'll go on the moving screen of Spencer Scott, the senior forward at 6'7". Cleaves to Barnes, up to Crichton. To Mateus, who lays it in with a left hand. Bella with a fine finish from Crichton.
Yeah, you like that. Looking to score off the bench. Nice drive.
Holder off with it. And Sherrod Barnes tries to split two.
Sherrod thought about shooting that.
Crichton to the corner to Mateus. Back to Cleaves. Long two is long. Harris on the push.
Harris got that shot in his eye. You could see it coming all the way down the court.
Why not? Give him another. He's got 20 points. He's been the story tonight for De La Salle.
Well, you can tell he likes the matchup now that he's got with Mateus coming in trying to check him. And look, he's kind of looking at the bench like, what do you want me to do? This guy.
What else can we do? Well, are we going to a break? Are we not? What are we doing?
We got a timeout going on.
We're going to keep it right here. We want to thank Jets Pizza for the fantastic food for our crew. Get them right across the street in Kego Harbor, 3375 Orchard Lake Road. And we're excited to be back next weekend. We've got basketball, the PSL Holiday Classic. I know we've got Wayne State basketball tomorrow. It's holiday season. Are you ready for the holidays?
Thank goodness my lovely wife got everything ready for the holidays.
Oh,
so,
man.
yeah, I'm ready.
Nice.
I've done nothing. I bought a couple gift cards.
Yeah, I did my shopping today. My wife's done it all.
Yep, I said to her today, I'm like, people don't expect more than that from me, so I've laid it out pretty good.
Why raise expectations at this point? I agree.
Yeah.
I'm with you, brother.
Speaking of the holidays, my mom is watching from Arizona.
Well, hello, Miss Dawn. Bella Mateus Jr. from Cleves.
And he does the shoulder shrug, too, to let him know I've been hitting the gym with Jaden Savory, too.
Oh, man.
Strength and conditioning coach Jermaine Gonzalez putting in work. James Gonzalez put a little shoulder shrug at the end.
Yeah. Learned that at Clifford Smart.
There you go.
Into the ball game is number 10. That's Bruce Haynes, the junior, at 6'3". Also in is the state champion free safety Kareem Pruitt at 6'4", the junior. Backcourt loose, and Bella Mateus got dirty on the deck and says, you better hustle because I'm coming for you.
And that's what you want to see when you empty the bench, right? You want to see what these guys are going to give you, even in minutes like this, because these are valuable minutes because they're on the court. It doesn't matter what the score is. It's all about your effort and what you can control. Look at Axel Newell getting up on the bench, pumping them up.
Todd Covert loves it as well. Yeah, that's the kind of energy you love to see the bench bring. Nobody's coasting at this point. Both teams have played hard.
Reminds me of John Barry back in the day.
Yeah.
For the Pistons, the alternators.
How many Barrys played in the NBA? 4, 5? Kareem Pruitt, and the Euro step doesn't go. But the free safety in football gets the foul, and he'll go line left.
Goes across the lane with that left hand. Big, long kid, too. And as you mentioned, football player, athlete.
Had that interception against Birmingham Groves in overtime to send the Eaglets to Ford Field.
That was a wild game.
First free throw up and good. Pogiolo has fouled out of this contest with 1:17 to go. Kareem Pruitt has scored. How many Eaglets have scored tonight now, Stick?
Well, let me get a tally here. 11.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. And 4 of them are in double digits. And then Barnes has 9, so potential 5 in double digits.
Ball loose. Sabaw cleans it up. And the push for Russell, who has a dozen tonight.
I want to see Russell in a three-point shooting competition. I believe 21 was on the JV team earlier.
I think you're right. Bella Mateus threw it to Pruitt, who was hunting a dunk. Haynes open for 3 right wing. That's short. And Rosso has his pocket picked by Cleves, who's fouled going up. Relentless till the buzzer.
And you got to love it for every shot that goes up for one of these players that don't get too many minutes. The entire bench is on their feet rooting for them. You could tell they're building a team here at St. Mary's this year. And those early trials and tribulations probably only united them even more.
No question. We're seeing the response tonight. And look, it is a depleted De La Salle team without their top scorer and player, but there were things tonight that the Eaglets saw in themselves that it doesn't matter the opponent. They were playing against themselves, Stick, and they answered the bell in several of the objections that they've had so far this year.
Yeah, what stands out to me, honestly, was that one fast break when 4 players touched the ball, but the ball never touched the ground. That is pretty much picture-perfect basketball.
You bet. Dylan Arafat checks into the lineup for St. Mary's, along with number 21, Garrett Govier, a 6'6 senior. Picked off, Bella Mateus with 25 seconds left. He goes up and is fouled with 23.3 seconds left.
Yeah, all-out effort with this young man once again, taking it through the hoop and getting to the free throw line. These bench players, they are relentless right now.
Yes, sir. Don't forget our G of the game is coming up after all this is said and done. Mateus misses the free throw. St. Mary's tonight from the stripe. 14 of 24. It's just under 60%. Mateus sticks it. He's got 5. 20 seconds left, and perhaps the final trip for the Pilots tonight in Orchard Lake. In and out with Russell. Kick back, hook shot up, no, but a foul. And Spencer Scott will try to add to his 4-point tally.
Yeah, you were really hoping that three-pointer went down for our man Russell, who's just been knocking the lights out. He's had a fun game today. You know, to their credit for De La Salle, you got to take your hat off to Jason Harris and, of course, Delios Russell. Those are the 2 players that showed up tonight and kind of showed out. It was fun to watch their games, fun to watch them compete.
And as a team that centers their focus around Glassner, it's good to see probably for the De La Salle how we work without him.
Yeah.
Who can develop? Who can we rely on when he's not in? St. Mary's will dribble it out. Ball game is over. 32-point St. Mary's win. And they get back on the left side of the column after their loss last week to UAD. Meanwhile, De La Salle loses their 4th straight. We're back with a G of the game, stats, highlights, and much, much more right after this.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lip, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive. We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
The Eaglets win it tonight by 32 points. They get a fine performance from their All-American University of Michigan commit Trey McKinney. All Trey did was put up 24 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. A big night for you. Talk about the team effort tonight. The cohesiveness offensively was different in this game. Talk about that.
Yeah, you know, we really haven't had our whole team back. Like, we really haven't practiced together as a team, and we haven't played together in the game as a team. So, you know, I really think just really finding our identity this season is going to be key for us. So,
for you personally, getting the commitment, the signing out of the way with Michigan, how much did you feel pressure off you to have that done before the season?
Definitely a lot of pressure because, you know, this is a very important season. It's my last. So, you know, I definitely want to go out with a bang.
the team, you're the guy now. Some of the senior leaders are gone. The 4 guys from last year, no Bugs, no Smith, no, this is a different group. You're the leader now, and your teammates. How has that role shifted, and have you embraced it?
It's definitely crazy. I remember being a freshman and Kareem and Vaughn and those guys being the leaders of the team. But now it's me, so now I have to step up, and me and Shirai, we have to hold ourselves accountable and, push this team to hopefully a championship at the end of the season.
2 losses already. You had just 1 last year, but you're learning lessons with these losses. What do you make of them, and how have you guys been able to turn it into a positive?
Yeah, we definitely have a new team, new players, new roles, so we're not overreacting, but we're definitely going to find out what our mistakes are, and we're going to get better throughout the season.
All right, man, all the best.
Thank you.
First of several G of the games for Trey McKinney, the Michigan commit. Big night tonight for the Eaglets. More when we come back to Orchard Lake with highlights, stats, and much more right after this. Eaglets by 32.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Chad and Stick back with you. The Eaglets win it tonight, 82-50. And they do it behind some double-digit scores in the contest, led by Trey McKinney. There were others, though, Stick. Savory with 12 and 9 in the game, and then 11 points for Quincy Wright, 10 for Peyton Kemp, 9 for Sherrod Barnes. Everything kind of just worked well for the Eaglets, who had 11 players score in this game.
Yeah, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, they kind of established their dominance early, and you could tell that Jaden Savory was going to have a big game. Just the rebounding, to me, that is the biggest differential when we're looking at 40 rebounds for Orchard Lake St. Mary's to only 19 for De La Salle. And when you can out-rebound your opponent like that, you're creating extra shots, and you don't really have to shoot a better percentage. But then you cap that off with St. Mary's shooting almost 60% from the floor to 34% from the floor from De La Salle. All things went Orchard Lake St. Mary's way tonight here at Dombrowski Fieldhouse, as you would expect it to. De La Salle shorthanded tonight. They'll play again this season at some point, I believe, and Phoenix Glasser will be on the court for that game. It'll be a different game, different outcome, and we'll see what happens.
No time to rest for either squad. Orchard Lake St. Mary's will play tomorrow against Rockford in the D-Zone Classic. Here's some of the highlights from tonight's ball game. A lot of activity from several different sources for the Eaglets.
Yeah, Kemp, I mean, he surprised us both, I think, in that first quarter coming out, and he looked like he had been in that starting lineup for the entire time, running the offense, getting in the corner, shooting that three. And as you see Sherrod Barnes go down the lane there, just plenty of highlights. That was the one guy for De La Salle, number 4, my man, Russell. He could knock down a three-pointer. He was fun to watch tonight. But Orchard Lake St. Mary's just had too much firepower. Mateen Cleaves Jr., you see Trey McKinney with that little fade away from the elbow that he's famous for. Another big three-pointer for Russell there. Sherrod Barnes down the lane. Just a lot of highlights. A fun game if you're Orchard Lake St. Mary's. If you're De La Salle, it's something you just kind of, all right, that's what happens when you play a team like Orchard Lake St. Mary's when we're not at full strength.
The gauntlet continues for De La Salle, their tough schedule. St. Mary's has played a tough schedule, too, to be fair. Both teams will be better suited in the Central Division of the Catholic League as they continue their journey this season. Time to say goodnight from Orchard Lake. Partner, appreciate it. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. You coming by tomorrow?
I'm going to try to get out there.
All right.
I'm going to try to get out there.
I got a commitment from the West Falls and Fish.
Yeah,
So
it's a long Uber, but you know what? You're worth it, buddy.
hey, we got a spot at the couch for you. We'll let Nikki know this time.
Sure, no problem. Make sure you remember that. Christian Jackson, your executive producer. Evan Westfall on replay. Austin Sonnenberg on audio.
Austin.
The Hunt Man, Saladless again on graphics. He made it through. No roughage, no problem. Sam Fisher, Fish on camera 1. Brad Ross on camera 2. Matt Schwartz on camera 3. Pat Bush on stats. Jamie Janssen on stats. And my partner, Sam Stick Day on color commentary. My name is Chad Bush saying so long from Orchard Lake. Eaglets win it by 32.